songs.
Now we're here on the Boston side of the bridge, where the intersection of Commonwealth Avenue is. As you can see, there's a lot of traffic coming around this corner, but there's also a lot of pedestrians trying to cross the street. Now this crossing is actually a lot better than it used to be, as the city of Boston just reconstructed Com Ave. However, there's still a lot of work to be done, as this crossing is still very dangerous and quite scary.
And to fix that area right there where it's really hard to get across, sometimes you have to wait a long time and the cars are coming at you pretty quickly.
It's the crossing between the turn lanes and the main road. Were synced up, then I think everyone would be much happier and less tempted to just run across.
Because you cross there, then you have to stop, and then you cross here and you have to stop. There's not good pedestrian flow, you know, so like if you are going from this side to this side, you have to stop and start like 4 or 5 times just to get across. So I don't know, I feel like there should be at one point where it's just pedestrians can cross for like a minute, so you can just go all the way through and you don't have to have it all broken.
Now one major issue with the bridge is where cyclists should ride. As you can see, there's a lot of heavy traffic behind me, and the lanes are very narrow. Right now there's a narrow sidewalk that connects from one side to the other, and some cyclists use, but with the heavy pedestrian traffic, it doesn't always make sense. So we're hoping that when DCR looks at the bridge, they'll consider putting bike lanes on the roadway so that bicyclists have a safe place to be where they feel comfortable.
Definitely, there should be a bike lane on this bridge. It's totally hazardous. It's the most hazardous part of my entire trip, over a couple miles.
It's pretty dangerous. I almost was hit like last week. Cars don't really care that, you know, you're a biker in their car, and it really sucks.
I guess it'd be really good to see if we had bike lanes that allowed bikers and pedestrians off the roads of the BU Bridge. It'd be great to see that. I'd love to see that. And maybe bike lanes along Com Ave to keep the bikers out of the car door area, and you know, they're riding so dangerously close to cars as it is that it'd be really nice to see a bike lane.
Definitely, I think so. Yeah, there needs to be bike lanes, especially on a campus like this where people are so avid on their bikes.
Bike lanes that don't end like in the middle of nowhere, because they're more dangerous than no bike lanes at all. So continuous bike lanes.
And considering that this intersection is literally the center of BU's main campus, which has 20,000 people going back and forth every single day, it'd be really nice to see this be a central hub that, you know, integrates and allows for students to pass through, and you know, it accommodates for the bikes, but without taking expense to the cars, and how everybody can use it as a central crossway.
And the mission of the Conservancy is to make the parklands more accessible to bicyclists, to pedestrians and inline skaters. And the renovation of the BU Bridge offers a wonderful opportunity, both short-term and long-term, to achieve that goal. Currently, if you are on the BU Bridge and you want to go and cross Storrow Drive and get to the parklands, you have to take the bridge all the way down there, about 400 yards downriver, and it's not easy to find it, and that's the only way you can get to the parklands right now.
Now here we are on the Cambridge side of the bridge. The traffic behind me is coming from Cambridge and going onto the bridge towards Boston. Now the important thing to note here is this is the crossing of the Charles River Path, which is a major regional route for bicyclists and pedestrians. But as you can see, the crossing is pretty narrow and pretty perilous. That small sidewalk behind me, it's only about 5 feet wide, is actually the Charles River Path. Now when it gets busy here with a lot of pedestrians and cyclists, that's very, very dangerous. And especially since the sightlines are so poor, it's really just an accident waiting to happen.
Right now we have this no man's land that really is not safe for people. It's the land where the geese live, but it's not safe for people to go there. And as I arrived this morning, a runner asked me, can I go down there and run along the water's edge? And in fact, that's not possible. And it should be possible in the future that people can go underneath the bridge and don't have to struggle with the traffic that comes over the BU Bridge as they bicycle, run or walk along the river's edge. So the BU Bridge has a very crucial role in making the parklands more accessible and attractive for everybody.
But you never heard before.